It's been almost a sure bet during this Playboy Mazda MX-5 Cup season. When it's time to step up on the podium, Eric Foss will be one of the guys there.
I couldn't ask for anything more.
But last week in Utah, Foss missed a stage appearance for the first time. Despite his dominance, he's just 42 points ahead in the championship. Will Foss fade near the end of the season, or will this week be another thumbs up for Eric? Find out next. And welcome to Millville, New Jersey Motorsports Park, the Thunderbolt Raceway course. Time for the Playboy Mazda MX-5 Cup, the 7th race of the 2008 season. Hello again, everyone. I'm Rick Benjamin. Elliot Forbes-Robinson is alongside. Derek Perniciglio will have our coverage today on pit road. Brand new racetrack, a little over 2¼ miles here, and the fans have really embraced this place. Let's talk to some of the drivers. First, our pole sitter with Derek.
Robert Huffmaster starts on the pole today. You were the fastest qualifier here at this new racetrack. What do you think of this new facility?
It's really nice. Everything's really great. The track's challenging. Fast turns, slow turns. It's nice.
You were the first winner out in the first rain race of this year. Now we've got rain skies threatening in the wet racetrack. How are you going to associate the racetrack?
I'm feeling good. I got my two teammates starting right behind me. I think we're all going to be really fast. Hopefully we can come home with a Team MER 1, 2, 3.
Guys, Robert Huffmaster starts on the pole today.
Well, Elliot, he should be quite confident after that great run we saw at Mosport earlier this year. Eric Foss in control of this championship. Rampelberg, Buras, and Shims, the guys with the best shots at him.
Yeah, and if he drives anything like he did at Mosport, which was dominating, he'll be really good here.
Let's take a look at this racetrack as the cars get set to come out on the speedway. As you can tell, we've had rain pretty much all weekend. The surface itself, the groove should be dry, but there are places right offline, Elliot, where it'll be quite damp today.
Yeah, it'll probably be a one-lane racetrack for a while because the fact it will dry out where they run. But this track is very tough to pass on anyway, so I think it's going to be a really hard race for a lot of the guys. Not
a lot of long straightaways here. Of course, you run counterclockwise. We get a look at this place. Some twisties here on the backside of the racetrack.
Yeah, it's busy on that side of the racetrack. There's no doubt about that, but it's very hard to get a run at somebody and get a passing zone that you can use here.
Getting down to the end of this Playboy Mazda MX-5 Cup season, this is the second back-to-back race weekend that we've had this year. The cars were at Miller Motorsports Park a week ago, so the field today, just 15 cars. Huffmaster and Foss will be on the front row. Foss, the championship leader, he's been great everywhere. Shims we saw win at Road America. Ara Malkasian still looking for his first win.
And Ara's been doing such a good job in the last few races. He's been on the podium a few times, and I think he's due.
Brad Rampelberg, who's been to victory lane this year. Todd Buras still looking for his first win of the season out of Florida. He'll start in the 6th position. We'll take you back through the field. Mike Jenkins out of Texas. Robert McCallion from California. They will make up row number 4 here today at New Jersey Motorsports Park. And we'll show you the rest of the starting grid here today. 15 cars in all. Elliot, we started to talk about a dry line and then wet offline. How do you approach that as a driver?
Well, what's going to happen here today is you're going to have to just kind of follow single file for a while here because it's going to really get different offline. And I have a feeling we're going to get some mud online too, which is going to mean it's going to even be more single file.
That has been the story of the weekend. We've had 5 different divisions racing here at New Jersey on this weekend, and we've seen cars put a wheel off and throw a lot up on the racetrack, so that's pretty treacherous. Allison Malkasian, a great story. We're going to have an onboard look from her car in a moment. She hit the wall very hard here in practice earlier in the weekend, and the Alara team has spent a lot of time trying to repair the left side of that car. She's going to be able to take the green.
Well, that's great she's taking it, and after the really good run she had at Miller and being very competitive, it's a shame that this has happened to her.
She'll carry one of our onboard looks today. Her husband, Ara, who is the principal, of course, in Alara Racing, he starts toward the front in the 2nd row. He'll have an onboard look for us as well.
Well, I'll tell you, it's going to be a really exciting start getting up here because some of the guys are going to have a little drier track than the other folks going into turn 1.
Side by side, this is the final corner complex. Then you have the straightaway run down to a right-hand turn 1, almost a 90-degree turn 1. Pit road immediately to the driver's right. Little rise here. They'll come downhill to the green flag and down toward that turn 1. On the front row, Huffmaster and Eric Foss were underway at New Jersey.
It's nice to know that a lot of the guys around you are your teammates, but Ara, who's not one of the teammates, is sticking his nose right in there, getting a good start.
Huffmaster on the inside. That's the red and silver car. Foss in the green and white machine tucking in behind him. Malkasian is 3rd.
And it looks like Rampelberg's right up behind him taking a shot. He got a good start, and it looks like Shims has dropped back a little bit from his 3rd place position.
Yeah, Ryan Shims back there at 6th right now. Malkasian trying to hold back Brad Rampelberg, who's also pretty good in these type of racetracks, I think.
Well, he's been good of late, too, so he's got a good car, and he's doing a good job. Boy, those cars get light coming over that rise.
Couple of elevation changes here. Nelly, this is one of those places the drivers were saying, much like Miller last week, there's not a lot of reference points as a driver, places you can look at already. We see cars with one wheel off, throwing dirt up on the racetrack.
Yeah, you don't have to go off very far. As you can see, even coming off this corner, there's no curb at the outside. You drop a wheel and, you know, it doesn't throw mud just outside. It throws it back underneath your car, too. And the other thing that happens on this is the lead guys are going around. Somebody back in the pack can drive off the road. And when you get back the next time, you got a different corner than you had last time you were there.
Yeah, you get on something you weren't expecting at all. Here's the battle for third. Rampelberg in that blue and white car trying to get around the yellow Alara machine of Ara Malkasian.
And it looks like Burris is just waiting for one of them to make a mistake so he can jump on that too. But it looks like Rampelberg has a good car today, and if he can get by Ara, he's going to be a whoop, Burris just went a little wide there, lost a spot.
Todd Burris way offline. Now he's under attack by Robert McCallion.
Yeah, they're having a good race up here this time. I mean, this is what's fun in this racing, is just being around everybody. You make a little tiny mistake, you lose a spot. You better not be making that mistake. Looks like Rampelberg's making the move right now, and he's going to make it on occasion.
Brad Rampelberg in that Hoover Speed 14 and the inside dive bomb, and Ara Malkasian trying to come right back at him for third. Rampelberg quicker there.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it's going to happen. It looks like Rampelberg's car is working really well. I have a feeling he's going to pull away and just start moving up on these leaders now.
Single file racing from fourth on back. Todd Burris trying to work his way around Ryan Shims, who got by him a moment ago. Here's Burris to the inside now.
Yeah, it looks like, yeah, and he's got him. I think they're going to have a good race back here. But, you know, they're so close, it just doesn't take much. What's happening here? Shims is losing another spot.
I wonder if he's got gearbox problems or something there. He obviously didn't get a very good start. He qualified third, fell back to sixth after a couple of corners. Now he's back up to speed, or is he? He's giving up ground again there. Robert McCallion getting by him.
Yeah, it's, you know, he's running good. Now he's running really ragged here. He's trying everything to get back by again. You can see him moving from side to side, but he just doesn't seem to be able to make the move.
These Mazda MX-5 Cup cars, of course, extremely durable. It's a car that you can race all season long with very little maintenance if you don't hit anything, but occasionally, you know, driver will make a mistake, and that can cause problems in the transmission.
Yeah, it'll cause trouble in a lot of places. And, you know, bouncing off the ground and hitting things does not help all that. and, you know, the crew, as good as they are, keeping after everything, sometimes you miss something from the race previous also.
A little further back, one of the Jenkins cars there, the Jenkins brothers, in fact, the 25, the 47, nose to tail for position. Randy Hale's green and black car, that's the Patron car. We're at Thunderbolt Raceway in Millville, New Jersey. Huffmaster is the early leader. Eric Voss leads the points. He runs second. Our coverage today being brought to you by Mazda. On any given weekend, more Mazdas are road race than any other brand.